Peace and greetings, lovely loves. This is RachaEl BluLotus Bynum, and today I want to come to you and talk about transformation. That is the key word for today. Transformation and renewal. About how we must transform and renew our minds so that we can fully step into our purpose and walk into the full manifestation of our purpose. Okay. And I know that some of you have probably been told at some point in your life that you can't do something, or that you'll never amount to anything, or you've had people put all these self-limitations on you, or you've put those self-imposed limitations on yourself. Either way, you have been conditioned one way or another to believe something about yourself that might not necessarily be true about you. You know, somebody's opinion of you is not necessarily your reality, you know, and it's very important for us to renew our minds, because the thing is, we can transform our hair, we can transform our place of living, we can transform our home, we can transform all of these things about ourselves, our wardrobe. But if we don't transform our mind, everything is going to repeat itself in this cycle. It's going to be this ongoing process of the same circumstances, because nothing has truly changed in our lives. Some people deal with things like fear, doubt, self-esteem issues, and all of that. And, you know, it's important to transform our minds so that we can create new habits, so that we can form new beliefs about ourselves, form new opinions about ourselves, and all of that, you know, to get clear on our goals and have a new attitude, new way of life, new way of walking, talking, all of those things. So just being able to renew our mind truly puts us in tune with our God-given purpose. And what is purpose? You know, people often wonder, like, why am I here? What's my purpose? What's the deal? You know, and what I really have to say about that is there's only one you in this entire universe. You know, nobody else has your fingerprint. Nobody else is like you. And what you came to this realm with, your God-given talents that you were placed on this earth with, those are the things that we are supposed to tune into. Those are the things that we are supposed to tap into and perfect and grow into more and more each day. But in this world, in this society, we are taught to run away from those things. We are taught to conform. You know, we end up conforming and being like everybody else. But that very thing that we're running away from is the thing that we're supposed to embrace. That is our purpose, you know. And the thing about it, the question we have to ask ourselves is, how do we want to leave this earth? What message do we want to leave on this earth? What do we want our life to look like? What do we want our life to stand for? Those are the type of questions we have to ask. How will I be remembered? That's the main thing. How will I be remembered in this life? It's important for us to choose that and create the life that we want to live, not based off of what somebody else said, based off of what somebody believes about you. You know, it's up to you. It's really up to us to transform our minds. And it all starts with renewing. And that could be, you know, oh, and the thing is, sometimes we look at people who are successful. Successful, in my view, means being fulfilled. Their life is, they're fulfilling, they are fulfilled through the life they live. They're living their dreams. Success is not some end goal or some destination. It is fulfillment. You embody that happiness. That's what success is truly about. And we look at people who are successful, who are living the lifestyle we want to live, who are living, you know, driving the cars and the houses, you know, really embodying this divine, just this essence, truly tapping into their God self, you know, that's on the inside of them. And the thing about them is they have a different thought process. they had to renew their mind at some point, whether that be through audio, through listening to motivational speakers, through listening to mentors. It could be from them truly just, reaching deep inside of their self and learning their strengths, their weaknesses, and being truthful with where they are. We really have to be truthful with where we are right in that moment. Recognize our weaknesses, recognize the things we need to work on, because we can't transform if we don't even realize what it is that we need to work on. So that's the first step, is realizing, what it is that we need to transform. And one of my favorite examples about transforming or emptying your mind of the past and all those lies and all those self-imposed limitations that people have put on you and that you put on yourself. One example is Bruce Lee, when the student comes to learn from him. They want to learn martial arts, and he has this example where he puts a cup in front of them. Let me just do this for example purposes. Here's the cup. We got one cup that's filled with, he used Coke. This is a little chlorophyll in here because, I don't do that. I'm not about that Coke life. But he has a cup here filled with Coke. And he says, this is your knowledge. These are all the things that you've been taught. These are the things that you know. And then he has his cup here. It's filled with water. He said, this is my knowledge. This is what I know. Right here. This is what I know. So in order for you to learn what I know, you have to empty your cup. You have to empty your cup so that you can be filled with newness. There's no way that you can reprogram your mind with new thoughts, with positivity, with creating the life you want, if you are piling things on top of all the old stuff. You got all this negative self-talk, all of this stuff in this cup right here. Until we empty this cup, there's no room for the newness. There's no room. It's just going to overflow. And it's going to be mess piled on top of mess. So, and then there's a verse in the Bible. I'm not a religious person whatsoever, but I do like this verse where it talks about in Romans 12:2, I believe, it says about be ye not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your minds, so that you can know what is acceptable and perfect in the will of God. And when I think about the will of God, I think about what it is that you came here to do. Your God-given talents, your God-given gifts, the natural you, that higher self, the higher consciousness, the higher mind. So we have to change our mind. We have to change the way we think, because our thoughts create our reality. Our thoughts create our reality. This entire world was created based off of thought. Before you step outside and, do anything in this world, every day, you think about it first. You go through a thought process before you even put something into action. So, when we transform our thoughts, when we transform our minds, we can tune in, be quiet, be still, tune into the inner self, learn our strengths, our weaknesses, be right in that moment. This, and this is the art of self-mastery. Mastering yourself, learning who you are in this moment, and tapping into who you want to become, the blueprint that you want to leave here on this earth, how you want to be remembered. And when we tap into that, we can tap into our purpose. And we can live in that purpose, and we can embody that purpose. My purpose, my vision is about manifestation, about healing and helping humanity. That's what my purpose is. My purpose is to live this life that I've imagined, to create my dreams, my wildest dreams, and just really truly manifest those things, walking in that purpose and helping other people realize their purpose, helping other people realize what it is that they want to do in their life. Because really our goal is all really, we just want to be happy. We want to be free and we want to be happy. But in order to do that, we have to strip ourselves of all the labels. We have to strip ourselves of all the social conditioning so that we can truly, truly step into and tune into that purpose. And that takes going inside and facing yourself. And it's not always pretty. Transformation is not always a beautiful process. You're going to deal with some insecurities. You'll see all types of mess, childhood things, trauma, mama, daddy issues. You're going to face all of those things. You know, but that's just the natural evolution and process of life. We have to transform our minds. There's no other way around it. We have to face ourselves in order to grow. You know, that's the whole metamorphosis. That's the process. Anyway, I'm not going to hold you beautiful people up any longer. I just hope that something I said today sparked something in you, inspired you to move, to take action, and transform your life. And I wish each of you peace and blessings. And just have a wonderful, wonderful day. Tune into who you are. Quiet your mind for just a moment and truly get in touch with that inner spirit. Get in touch with that inner spirit, because stillness speaks. Stillness will speak to you and show you things that you have never seen or things that you never knew about yourself. So be ye not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, okay? So yeah, peace, love. This is Blue Lotus once again, and stay tuned. I'll be coming back to you guys with more things, more good vibes. So just peace and love. Mwah.